after producing the goods and services, in selling the goods and services in the open market itself, it required sales tax. What is the sales tax at present? If there is any concessional rate is available regarding the registered SSI, you must aware. Then excise registration and GST, latest GST also applied. I come across in Hindu one article regarding this. Small scale industries are encouraged by the central government, and at the same time, after producing the goods, even on cost of production also, some rate of tax also applied and imputed by the central government. So if they continue like that, what is the survival of that small scale industries in future? That article focused on that survival of that small scale industries. But anyhow, in our point of view, you must go and obtain the sales tax, excise registration and GST etc. wherever required. Next is apply for shed in industrial estate, development site in an industrial area, material for construction of shed as case may be. So some more to construct the sheds. The sheds under that shed machineries have been placed. Some nuisance may also be come out, and these are all must be far away. Suppose when you construct that machineries and giving some nuisance in locality, house localities, and creating dumping your wastages in nearby the houses, not at all accepted by the government also. Earlier, I will tell you one example. Earlier, one tire industry, remaking of tire industry, not the tire industry of MRF and etc. Remaking, rebuttons and etc. Such type of small scale industry earlier established just far away of the houses. At present, it was a center. The people in and around of living that industry, they made a complaint against that industry to the district collector. District collector taken action against that and transformed that place to another place, being that creating some nuisance and smoke also releasing, that is very danger to the human people and etc. So basing on that, you have to construct your industry at far away and some other. Next is obtaining statutory license. Any person should obtain the following license and certificates before starting the venture. License compulsory. Suppose if you don't have the license, then it is a crime. It is a crime. Even sole traders also not at all registration obligation on part of them, even though, but they must acquire the license from concerned government services. Otherwise, it may not be. Next is license from local bodies. Construction of the building. To construct the building, they must have to get prior permission from the local bodies, and installation of plant and machineries. To install even plant and machinery also, you must have to get a license from the local bodies. Next is license from the Directorate of Factories and Boilers for approval of factory building. So you must have to give the you must have to get the license from Directorate of Factories. In central government appointed a separate powerful organ which is known as a Directorate of Factories. That factories must reach to you and inspect your factory and give the certificate. So as to get that license certificate, you must follow this. Approval of the factory building, registration under section 6, 7 and 85 of the Factory Act, no objection certificate from State Pollution Control Board. This is in the case study earlier, just I told you one case study, rebuttal of the tire industry. Because of this, that has been transported from that place to far away from the city. Next is apply for power connection. There are two kinds of the power connections to small scale industries: low tension, high tension. low tension power connection, high tension power connection. So what kind of power connection that you need, you must have to apply. Next, if a connected load is between 75 HP and 130 HP, the consumer has the option to avail either LT supply or HT supply. Low tension, high tension supplies must be needed. Next is arrangement of the finance. Okay, you need to start the concern nearly 20 lakhs. So how to gather the capital? What are the sources? Earlier I discussed it. 20 lakhs you need to start the concern. What are the sources? Your family, your friends, banks,
Financial
and
investors.
some other financial institutions. You have to gather the other 25 lakhs. So from 25 lakhs, how much of capital you have to classify as a fixed capital and obligated capital. Now you have to purchase fixed assets, current assets. What do you mean by fixed assets? Fixed assets are those assets which are useful for a series of years. Once you purchase machinery, it may generate the production and it may be useful for years. Building, once you construct it,